back to my channel, and in today's video we are going to learn the underpainting method, do's and don'ts. So if you're interested, keep on watching, and if you're new here, don't forget to hit subscribe and comment down what you guys want to see next, because this video was requested. So here are my underpainting tips and tricks. What's up, guys? I'm so excited that this video was requested because this has been one of my favorite techniques for like months right now. Okay, so it is underpainting, and if you're not familiar, underpainting is simply putting your contour, bronzer, blush, all of your products under your foundation. Not only is this going to give you a more natural glam finish, but it's also going to give you a seamless, flawless perfection like of skin. It's just going to look good, and it's going to be less makeup as opposed to layering it on top of foundation, because the foundation is so pigmented in itself. You're going to need more products if it's sitting right on top, as opposed to starting it off on bare skin. You won't need as much makeup, and it's faster. So let's get started. Because you're not putting it right on foundation, make sure your base is nice and hydrated. Go in with your favorite serum. You can use your favorite hyaluronic acid, any serum that's going to be hydrating. I use the Clarins Double Serum because this is the most hydrating serum I have, and I have very dry skin, so I need all of the moisture I can get. Okay, now that we have our serum on, we want to take a really good moisturizer, because again, we need a prepped base because your makeup will only look as good as your skincare. I'm going in with my Tula 24/7 moisturizer. This is so good because it has no artificial fragrance in it. It's safe for sensitive skin day and night, and this layers beautifully under makeup. And you do want to be very generous with your moisturizer and your serum. You're going to want to put more than when you're going to bed, because this is going to be under makeup. And if you're going to be wearing this makeup for like 8 hours, you're going to want it to be able to sit on a nice cushion of skincare so that it doesn't get dry, it doesn't get flaky, it doesn't get over oily. Because if you have your makeup and foundation on without skincare, your skin's going to eventually be dry, even if you have oily skin, and it's going to need to produce more oil because it thinks it's so dry because it's just foundation, like dry foundation sitting on your skin, which is why we get so oily, because a lot of the times we get super oily because we don't have enough skincare on, and our skin has to produce its own oil. Okay guys, we already prepped, we already did our brows, let's prime. For primer, I'm going to use the NYX face glue. This is nice and hydrating, and it does give a nice tacky finish, so it holds onto your foundation very, very well. You're going to want something that's got a little bit of a hold to it and is like a nice medium to thick layer, so that the blush and the contour can blend easier onto your skin. I'm also going to take the Hourglass Veil. This has an SPF of 15, and I'm going to focus that on my T-zone because it is super blurring, and that's what I want because I have really big pores. The easiest start for me is contour. Contour is going to be the darkest color you're putting on your face. Contour is going to be the most defined product you want on your face. So I like to layer contour first. This is going to be our starting guide for the rest of the makeup. I'm using the Dibs Duo Stick. This is in the shade Starlit. It comes with the blush and a contour shade. It's a nice mix between warm and cool. It looks like contour and bronzer at the same time. And for contour, because I do want a bronze goddess moment, I do put a little bit more. You don't have to use this much, but I do want it to show through the foundation very well. And I do want more of a bronzed up look. So I put it under my chin. Contour again is going to be what we create our shadows with to give us an illusion of a very snatched, very chiseled face. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the hollows of my cheeks, just going out a little bit. You don't want to pull it out too far. You just want to leave it halfway. If you pull it out too far, it's going to have the opposite effect, and it's going to make your face look rounder, as opposed to doing it halfway. The shadow that this creates is going to be more hollow, and it's going to make you look more defined. Of course, I'm taking it on my forehead and on my nose. And I do put it on the top and bottom of my lip to create a more poutier, fuller lip effect. I'm going to use a brush as opposed to a sponge. Sponge is going to be better if you want more of a natural and very light complexion. A brush is going to be better if you want some more coverage and you want it to be more apparent. So I'm going to be taking my Pro Blush Brush. I know this is a blush brush, but this shape I absolutely love for blending foundation and just cream products. And I'm just going to go ahead and start blending all of this in with light tapping, stippling motion. The contour that is on my chin, I am blending it down into my neck because that is going to create one big shadow so that we look more defined in the jawline area. Contour in your cheek, you want to stipple that up into your hairline. And it's okay if it looks crazy like this. The foundation and the concealer are going on top, don't forget. So this is not going to be what we completely see peeking through. Right, once that is blended, now it is time for blush. The cream blush you want to use, you can really use any, use your favorite one. I'm going to go ahead and take the blush that's on the other side of my Dibs Duo Stick. Soft pink, and it has a little bit of shimmer to it. And that one you're just going to layer right on top of the contour. And I don't like to take it out too much. I like to put it in the higher points of my cheek because that is going to give me the illusion of a more lifted face. And then I do take it on my nose, a little on my chin, and then a little dollop on my forehead just because. And then with the blush, you want to blend it up into your hairline and just softly over the contour. If you look crazy, you're doing it right. Okay, we have our blush on, we have our contour. Let's get into foundation. Use your favorite foundation, the one that you like the most. Right now, I'm gonna be using the About Face foundation. I am in the shade LM2. This is Halsey's Makeup, and it is really, really amazing. I love the finish. It's nice, it's natural, medium coverage. More of a skin-like luminous finish because, again, I have dry skin, so cater to your own skin. And here's the trick to not ruin the underpainting that we just did, because a lot of the times when we do underpainting, I know I made this mistake when I first started doing it. I put so much foundation that it went completely over everything I had just done, and that's gonna make your underpainting like for nothing, because then you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I have to now put more contour and blush on because it's gone. So you're gonna wanna treat your foundation just like you did your contour and your blush, and we are just gonna be putting it in the places where we absolutely need it. What I like to do is take my foundation and carve out my contour here so that it could show more and make me look more chiseled. So we're just gonna do this. That's it. Do it on the other side. I like to put a little bit under my eyes, but just a little bit because we are going to be going in with concealer. And then finish off with some on your forehead. And when you're blending it, blend it in the place that you put it. Don't take it anywhere else. So my chin, I'm just going to blend it out on my chin. And again, I'm taking a brush because I have more control with the brush. I like the way that this picks up product and it gives me more full coverage foundation. And then this foundation right here, blend it where you put it and take it up. If you take it up into your face, it's gonna cover the blush and contour and you're gonna mess up the whole thing. Take it up into your hairline. Same thing on this side, just take it up into your hairline. Don't take it up into your face. Now I'm just gonna lightly pat this under our eyes and up into the hairline, right above the blush. And of course, if you cover a little bit of the blush, that's totally okay. I like to always finish with the powder anyway, so I'm not really worried about it. And then lightly blend it up into your hairline, the foundation on your forehead. Alrighty, time for concealer, and I'm gonna be using the Dior Skin Correct Concealer because this is my absolute favorite. It blends out just like your skin. It looks like your skin, but it has good coverage. This is the best concealer I've ever tried. Dior is absolutely that girl when it comes to concealer because, ooh, baby, this one's good. And this one I'm just gonna take under my eye, up here, my chin, and a little bit on my forehead. And now we're gonna blend this out. I like to start where I have the least amount of concealer because if you start where you have the most and then try to blend out the areas where you have the least, you're gonna have way more concealer than you planned. Look at how that blends out so beautifully. And with your concealer under your eye, you just wanna blend it up into your eye and lightly drag it out. Now for powder products, I'm going to be setting my skin. I'm going to be using this Charlotte Tilbury airbrush powder. Press the excess off into your hand. This is going to give you more of a smoother finish when you apply it onto your skin. You can go ahead and use a pressed powder or you can do a loose powder. It's up to you. Today I'm just going to do a pressed powder. Sometimes I do both. But right now I really just want the illusion of very poreless, flawless makeup. And this Charlotte Tilbury airbrush powder is the only powder you really need. And I did tell you I like to put on a powder blush. This just brings everything together. So I'm going to be taking my It Cosmetics Adored Soft Cool Pink blush. This one, if you guys watch my videos, is like one of my favorites because it's so natural looking but still so dominant. It's gorgeous. And you're just going to layer this on top of your cream blush. You can layer on a powder bronzer if you want. I feel like I don't need to because the underpainting method, we have enough bronze going on and we are still so chiseled because of the foundation application. So we don't even need that. You can skip that step, but if you want to do it, go ahead. So now we're gonna spray our face. Take your favorite setting spray. One of mine is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Settings Mist. This one just makes your skin look poreless, textureless, and perfect. It has white tea in it, so it's gonna hydrate your skin, but it's still gonna have a nice natural matte finish. And don't skip this step. You need a setting spray. I don't care what you say. You need a setting spray because that is gonna melt all of your powders, all of your creams, all of your makeup together and make it just look so seamless and beautiful. So please do not skip setting spray. It is a crucial step. Okay guys, I'm gonna do my eye makeup and my lipstick and I'll be right back to show you what the finished look looks like. And don't forget, if you've made it this far, hit subscribe and drop a like on this video and comment what you want to see next. But yes, let me finish this makeup and I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, and here's the finished look. It is so freaking cute. Look at how flawless our base looks. We didn't have to layer on the products on top of each other, and I feel like doing them separately just makes it look so much smoother. Underpainting is such an elite method because your skin will look so good, your makeup will look so flawless, it'll look more bronze without being like patchy and muddy. And this makeup, I guarantee, is gonna last me all day. And it's quicker than just layering product after product after product, starting with foundation, because again, you have to use more. So this underpainting method is like one of my favorites right now. But thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe and I'll see you guys in my next video.